Right. And and I'm so friends with the members and all that, and I loved doing it at the time. We toured and we, got to play these CBGBs before it closed down, so I could have that, and we had great times. But it got to a point where I was tired of playing, at 250 all the time. I wanted to kind of step back a little bit and go, I can do more than play fast,
Right.
And so that's when I just said, okay, I can't do this anymore.
And that's a good point, because like we mentioned earlier, a lot of people start off with that faster,
right,
you know what
exactly.
I mean? And then do you think that when you do make that transition, it separates the crowd a little bit?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like people that care about this shit and realize, oh, wait a minute, I love this.
Right.
Let me do it. You know what I mean? And did you have that moment?
Yeah, my moment was, I'm not really into screamo. Like, I don't really like screamo at all.
You and me both.
And I was with a band, and we were doing really, really good. We were signed. We were in the studio recording, and then the drummer came to me and said, "Hey, I think we want to try out a different singer." And I was like, "We can't do that. We got."
Right.
This is our sound. This is what we do. And they said, well, me and the bass player want to try out this other singer. And I was like, well, you got to be kidding me, And then they brought this other singer in, and he started screaming, doing the screamos, And I was like, to our songs that are heavily sung, and I was like, I can't do this.
Right.
I
This
can't.
requires vocals.
That was where the microphone dropped, and I said, Jet Paul out. You know what I mean? So yeah.
He just kept
that
tugging
was
it outside while he was chasing it.
Yeah, I can't. That was my I can't moment. So.
Have you guys ever toured outside of the state?
Yeah, we've been. We actually just recently played in Cincinnati at the Thompson House. That was really cool.
Back home?
Yeah, back in my old stomping grounds. And we're playing with Signal to Noise at Hollow Bash in Maine in October.
In Maine?
Yeah, really looking
Oh,
forward to
you're
that.
hitting
So
Now,
we don't mind traveling.
We'll
We'll go
spots along the way?
So we thought about that. We're still kicking that around. We're not sure if we want to do that or not. We might want to just go up and do this. Like I said, we might want to just go up and do one big show and then leave it at that. So, but we're getting tons and tons of hits on our Spotify in Atlanta. So thank you very much, Atlanta.
Yeah.
Atlanta, Georgia, because we don't know anybody really
We're
in
number one in
Atlanta,
Atlanta.
Georgia. Oh, really?
Atlanta, Russia.
Isn't that yeah, I swear to God, we get hits in Russia all the time. But
Yeah, they're trying to hack your site.
But Atlanta, but Atlanta is like huge, and we get almost as many listens in Atlanta as we do in Tampa. So we're
Right.
like, oh, maybe we need to do a show on our way up to
Yeah.
Maine. So
Hey, man, like, there's a band...
we're coming, Atlanta.
Added Color that I saw at Brass Mug from New York City that I'm so glad they came here. You know what I mean? But they kind of hit spots along the way. Like, they came here from overseas. They just did a week overseas. That the phenomenal part about that is it's a huge ass crowd because there's nothing else to do in the town. So when a show like that goes on, you're guaranteed a crowd.
Right.
And they're like, it's still, whether it's formed or not, it's still incredible to have all that energy in front
Oh,
of you.
absolutely.
Yeah.
That makes it.
I'll take it however it gets there.
And so, that being said, like, what's the biggest show that like you felt on stage went, like it just went through you?
Oh, gosh. I would have to say probably a Bogarts. That was probably my favorite because the energy there and they're right up front on with you. That's got to be it because packed full and there's like, I can't even tell you. It's head to head and you look out there and the funny thing is with all the lights in your face, you can't even see everybody that's out there. But you just see like silhouettes and you just feel like this is what I want.
Incredible.
To do. Yeah, you're like this is what I want to do. I know this is what I want to do. So.
And I mean, like, does it ever, like, even when you're first starting off and you start seeing that for the first time, like, does that distract you at all?
I can't say that ever distracted me. I've always gotten excited to go on stage. I can't say I've ever gotten nervous to go on.
And how about you? Because you haven't been doing it very long on stage, right? I mean,
Right.
So, being fresh like that, did you have any type of development to get on stage? I mean, were you nervous at all when you first went up there?
Yeah.
How did you overcome that?
So my first performance, I was nervous, my first ever. And I remember being like, well, it doesn't matter if I'm nervous because I have to go and do this. Like, so that, I'm not going to let everyone down.
Right.
So, and I know what I'm doing. I've been practicing. I'm good. I feel confident. So you need to just go out and do it. Just, get over it. And so I just did. And then it's a huge rush.
And, for you personally, having a support system like this when you do that is incredibly helpful.
Necessary.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
you don't have someone up there going, fucking just get it right. You know what I mean? They're out there.
Yeah, because I'd be like, don't tell me what to do.
Fuck this up if I want to.
It's mine to fuck up.
Find a bassist, asshole. Shut up.
No, that was actually a learning curve because, I'm very self-critical. So if I notice I missed something or whatever, they're like, hey, just play it off. Nobody knows. Just keep going. And that was something I had to learn because, in my mind, it's like, ooh, I'll show it on my face like, ooh, there, that was something, but nobody knows. Just me. I'm the only one who knows. And so that's a learning curve,
that's
that
a great
I had to
point.
go through.
Because, I've seen you guys, I've seen these bands enough times when they I know.
Right.
Nobody else knows.
Right.
They know.
Mm-hmm.
Stop acting like you know.
Yeah.
Just keep fucking playing. Like,
Right.
we saw a band literally stop the show.
Oh God!
Oh,
You can't
wow.
do that. Yeah.
I'm like,
Oh, that sucks.
okay, don't do that again.
Wow. Yeah, no.
I mean,
But
I
you-
get it,
yeah.
but I don't
Yeah.
get it. Like,
Yeah.
no, those people don't fucking know that you just
They
screwed
don't
up,
know,
dude.
right.
If you
Right.
just played through it, you know what I mean? It's a couple chords, you're back.
Exactly.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And
And that's
Play
a
through
talent in itself, though.
Play through the pain.
Really.
That's the thing.
Just
Just play through
to
it.
find
Yeah.
together, come back together if that happens. But
Yeah.
no, but anymore, it's just fun. It's just like, hey, we're doing band practice and we've got a bunch of people here and it's fun. You
Right.
know, it's like they're here to share in our, so it's not.
have
it's
you
not
guys
the
ever
same
jammed
anymore.
with other bands in the area? Like, just hung out and got together and played music that is familiar to
I
everybody?
mean, we had Signal to Noise again.
Yeah.
They're an awesome band, by the way.
Yeah,
if you guys
Signal
haven't
is
checked out
awesome.
Signal to Noise,
we haven't, so
You got to check them
Yeah,
out.
they're fr-
But they
They're from
came
where?
over to our house after we did a show at the Blue Note with them, and they actually came over to our house afterwards just to crash for a night or two or four.
That
And,
was amazing.
Which was a fucking blast. But some of my favorite times where we'd be sitting out on the back patio just. Playing music and playing. I think we were playing "Silent Lucidity" by
Yeah.
Queensryche, and
Yeah.
Joey Nash is on there, and Coops is singing it, and just it was just really
a
fucking
blast. It was a really nice
you're a
time.
musician.
Cool.
Like,
Yeah.
That was
you-
amazing.
Yeah, it was-
When you love doing that, because
Yeah.
those are the best moments right
yeah,
there.
right.
It was
Like,
really
on
nice.
stage, it's
You
great.
know?
Oh, they sound like
Right.
those
Yeah.
moments are like that's where the energy starts to come from. You know what I mean? When you're
Right.
with other musicians and everything just works.
Yeah, and it's just
It's
it's
like-
just happening. It's just working.
Yeah, that's
It just
Yeah.
feels amazing.
that's a
you know?
special feeling.
Yeah, it really is.
So speaking of special feelings, Wabi,
Yes.
Do you have special
Yes.
feelings, Robbie?
we're getting
got
close to
special
the end.
I didn't know you had any feelings.
I know, right? I do now.
I wasn't sure you knew words. Mom, you could have given him a book. No.
Yeah, right. I told you I don't like reading. Told you I don't like
Blackmail,
reading.
like-
He's like in the lines. So, do you know where you're going to be next?
Where am I going to be?
Not
next?
you, Cheddar.
I
Holy
know where I'm going to be next. I'm going to be at home.
I'm
with
following you
Jetta,
there. I
yeah,
know.
right.
No, go ahead.
As far as where Jetter will be
We're
next,
playing next.
where are we playing
That's a
next?
great
At the
question. Where-
Orpheum.
where's
We're
that?
playing at the Orpheum. In
Nybor.
When is
Ybor
that?
City on Saturday.
Yeah, this
This Saturday.
This Saturday.
This Saturday.
This
It's
Saturday.
Saturday.
This Saturday.
What time?
This Saturday. Well, we go on.
Doors open at
8:30?
4.
Yeah.
We're supposed to go on at 8:40.
The doors open
Yeah.
at 4. You guys going at 7. Like, you got to learn.
I know.
I know.
right?
He's
Well, what
trying
makes
to
you think
teach
we
me
don't go
that.
on at 9:30s?
Yeah, right.
Because I know. I've seen
Because
this
you
shit.
said 8:40.
We
Nobody
usually,
says 8:40.
I mean, we usually will to say like, make sure you get there like 7:30, 8 o'clock, because if the first band doesn't show up or whatever,
Right.
Right,
then,
right.
shit happens.
And people
every
do.
time.
People will. I'll tell them 30 minutes
Happens
early.
every time.
They still come 40 minutes late and they
Yeah,
miss it.
right.
And it's like,
Yep.
I'm like,
Right.
you came out, man.
Skip
you
the
missed
doors
it.
open part.
Yeah,
Like, just leave doors open off of it and
Right.
go show starts at.
Right.
Because
Yeah,
And
you
then-
need to
and
be
you're
here
giving
at
people a
this.
reason to procrastinate to get there.
Right. It's
Right.
like you need to be here at this time.
I mean, it
That's that.
seems minute, but
It's
seriously,
true, though.
it
It's
works.
so
Yeah.
true. If I could tell you how many times we've had people say like, "Oh my God, did you guys play?" Yeah, we did. Oh, I just missed it. We're like,
I
well,
know.
thanks for paying the entry
Yeah, thanks
fee.
for
I'm
gonna do this.
sorry. right?
You know,
Jeez.
support local music.
right.
Yeah, right.
Where can we find your music? Where can we find your merch? Where can we find all that?
So you can find the merch on our website at officialjetter.com. You can also find our music on pretty much any platform: Spotify, iTunes, Pandora. It's
YouTube.
Apple Music, YouTube. It's on all of those platforms.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And also merch at the gigs.
Yeah, merch at the gigs. And you can buy merch online, too, at officialjetter.com.
So, and like, you guys, your music's out there everywhere, right?
Right.
What platform of all that, like Spotify or Spreaker? I mean, whatever, YouTube. like, where would you like the most hits to come? I know everywhere.
Spotify.
Spotify? Is that the one? So Spotify is where to go.
Yeah.
I think Spotify
And
is where to
that
go.
seems to be the growing answer these days.
I
Yeah.
think Spotify.
Like, I used to like Reverb Nation only because it was easy. Everything was right there, you know what I mean? But no one's using it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like
Right.
the MySpace of fucking music anymore.
What's MySpace? No, I'm just kidding.
you know, but as a
I told you we had TVs.
But what's cool about it, and for your listeners, you want to do Spotify because your bands can see where their music is being listened to. So if we see we have
So
a
you
whole
get
lot of bunch of
analytics,
people,
right.
yeah, we get analytics. So if we can see, like I said before, we see that a lot of people are listening to music in Atlanta, we'll plan a show in Atlanta.
Right.
So
That's great advice.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
it can.
I didn't know that.
It can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Direct the.
Yeah, it'll
the
direct
movement
where
of
the band goes. It'll direct where we go to play shows. So
Right.
Shit, I got to start using Spotify now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
one person's listening in Tampa.
there you go. That's it.
Where's your favorite venue in this area? Like, I know they're good. I'm not telling you to say there's a bad one.
Yeah.
But where's your favorite venue to play around here?
I think we're all in agreement here.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the Crowbar.
Yeah.
Is it?
Crowbar.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Crowbar and Ebor. Yeah, I love
Fucking
Crowbar.
sound guy there is.
Amazing.
The sound guy's amazing. The management there is just amazing. They always treat the bands with a lot of respect.
Right.
And
Yeah.
it's like back in the day when you play, like I mentioned, Bogarts. Man, you go backstage, and I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're this band, if you're a small band or you're a really big band. There's veggie
Camaraderie.
tray. There's some stuff for you to drink, stuff like that. And places just don't care about the bands like that today. But the Crowbar does. I'm telling you, the Crowbar does. They'll
I
set
love
you
that
up.
place. And
They're awesome.
sound is so
The sound's
important.
amazing. The
And, man,
management's amazing. I
They're
mean,
good.
it's-
The sound there is very good.
It's
Yeah.
a great
And
vibe.
it's a weird, shape in there
Yeah.
for
Right.
sound too. So it's not that easy to make it sound great
It's
in
a
there.
good point.
So there's that. There's this. Jetter, say hi, Jetter.
Hi,
Hello.
No, you are Jetter. I'm saying.
Oh, you said say hi, Jetter. So.
You guys
Hi,
listen
Jetter.
well. Don't tell me what to do. I do appreciate you guys coming in. Seriously,
Thank you.
I mean that.
Hey, it was
Yeah,
fun.
this was
Thanks for
A lot of
having
fun.
us.
A lot of fun.
You're awesome people. Awesome music.
Thanks, man.
And we need to get people out there to see you. Because if people meet you, they're going to want to see you every time you're around. I promise you that.
Well,
Because
we promise
you
to
have
have
her.
a good time with them on and off
Aw.
the stage. So
Yes.
yeah, we don't hide
Yes.
afterwards.
Yeah, I'm not asking you to
that's
actually talk
painful.
to them.
That's actually a difficult part. Though. It's like right after the show, you gotta.
Mike, how do you feel about Jetter?
I like them.
Strong statement. Strong
Kinda
statement, Mike.
cool.
Thank
Very
you.
convincing.
Right.
So how do you guys feel about this show right now?
Oh, man, this
yeah,
is
it was
great.
a
Yeah,
lot
it's
of
a
fun.
lot of fun.
It's
okay. I trust you not to lie.
I like them.
Yeah, no.
Oh, wait, hold on, man. I mean, I like it.
It's all right.
That was my own ego, so thank you. Michael, I would like to thank you for letting me piss on your toilet seat. I mean, be a part of your show. Thank you for letting me be part of your show. Amanda, thank you for letting Mike touch you. That's it? That's what we got, right?
You peed on my toilet and you want me to just say, oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, right.
Thank you for peeing on my toilet.
I was telling you you're welcome.
Oh my god.
Next
I
time,
went in
follow
right
it.
after him. He actually did
The
do
bad
that.
part was the seat was up.
That's usually how I do it too.
Aim through it like a freaking dunk tank. All right, guys. Thank you. Thank you all for
you,
listening.
thank
Thank
you.
all of Jetter's fans for coming in here. That was awesome.
Man, thank you
Man,
guys.
you guys have
are
good
amazing.
followers. I appreciate that.
Thanks, guys.
Um,
They're awesome.
And what's your address? I'm just kidding. All right, we got to go. Until next week with Coming Home, the band.
I love them.
Coming Home, the band.
They're all right.
He's so good at this. Like,
I mean, yay!
and then after that, some other person in the studio that might
I'll
be
take
two
your
shits
word
about.
for it. No. I'm excited.
So we're good at segues, intros, and getting out of this shit.
That's
So
called
I
an
wonder what
outro.
you're
Wait,
not
say
good
get the
at
fuck
then.
out.
If you're good at all those things, you know.
Another
the
word.
show.
Substance.
Can you tell him we're trying to shut down? Tell him.
Bye, Mike.
We're
Bye.
Right.
Bye.
Shut
Bye,
down.
I don't
Bye,
want to
Mike.
shut down.
Have a good
I want to
night.
keep this going.
Yeah, shit her down.
See you next week, 7 p.m. OpenMicTheShow.com. Maybe. Is it updated yet?
Oh my God, Bobby out.